I want to raise as well, Cathaoirleach, the looming prospect of carbon taxes. The Taoiseach all but confirmed the government's plans to pass the huge costs on to working families, rather than to target the major corporations who pollute. Currently, carbon taxes add about €2 onto the cost of a bag of coal, 50 cents onto briquettes and 5 cents onto a litre of diesel. Fine Gael, backed by Fianna Fáil, plans to massively increase carbon taxes over the next few years, which will mean that ordinary families paying an extra €1,000 a year. That includes €10.50 carbon tax on a bag of coal, €2.25 carbon tax on a bale of briquettes and 26.5 cents on a litre of diesel. Yesterday, my colleague Pearse Doherty received a reply to a PQ which confirms that VAT will then apply to any increase in the cost of fuel caused by the carbon tax. So we're going to have a tax on a tax. This really sums up Fine Gael's priorities. Rather than tax those who pollute and make Ireland miss its climate change targets, they would rather punish the ordinary people. They will tax ordinary folk twice rather than dare to tax big corporations once. Leader, the Taoiseach gave no clarity at your conference at the weekend around whether it will be the major polluters or the struggling families who will foot the bill. So I would like a debate on carbon tax proposals so that hard-working individuals and families already hammered by massive insurance premiums and sky-high rents can learn if they're once again going to take the hit, because Fine Gael certainly won't hit the big corporations. And this in particular is going to affect rural Ireland as well, where you have a lot of the housing stock that's not insulated. We don't have the public transport systems that will enable people to use public transport rather than to buy diesel. And this is just one other example again of how ordinary people are affected. Many of these will also be affected by the vulture funds, even in the selling off of their mortgages to vulture funds. And they cannot understand how a vulture fund can buy a property at $100,000, sell it on for $300,000, and they pay no tax on it. Yet if they were to buy the property at $100,000, sell it on for $300,000, they would have to pay a third of the profits in tax. And that is not right. It is not right the way the government are treating ordinary people in this country.